That's right, this is bad, real bad. There's some big moves involving Poland, Ukraine, and you know who. And that's not all. You're not gonna believe what China just tried to get away with sending over to the big R country. It's hard for me to admit this, but things are heating up over there. And why did Germany just get caught off guard? A lot of brand new news involving this conflict that could result in you know what? Let's get you guys the latest information real quick. Welcome to anybody that's new to our awesome community where we do prepping tips, emergency preparedness how-tos, and we deliver news like this that could affect you. If you guys find value in that, please hit the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. Okay, for any of you guys that watch us regularly, you'll notice the big buildings in the background. Yes, we are near Seattle. Sometimes you got to visit the big city for medical appointments. Don't worry, everything's okay, but we definitely don't have big buildings like that in my parts. Subscriber Mario writes in and shows me this article. Poland says it will send fighter jets to Ukraine in coming days. This is by CBS News. First NATO member to provide such aircraft to Ukraine. This is brand new news, March 16th. Came out 3 hours ago. Hot on the press, guys. Right here in this picture right here is a MiG-29 aircraft. Poland says it will send 4 of these jets to Ukraine to help in the defense against Russia. Poland's president said Thursday that this country plans to give Ukraine around a dozen MiG-29 fighter jets, which would make the first NATO member to fulfill the Ukraine's government's increasingly urgent requests for warplanes. Now, before we go on, I want to tell you guys something. These guys are begging for money left and right like they're going to be destroyed if they don't get all of our money. Have you noticed it's all about getting money? Check this comment out that I got from Eric. I'm not sure about the credibility, but usually the people that write in are pretty honest. Let me know if you know about this as well. He says the president of Ukraine owns $35 million home in Florida and has a $1.2 billion in overseas bank account. Zelensky owns 15 homes, 3 private planes, and has a monthly income of around $11 million. Why is no one questioning where our aid is going? I seriously read that and was like, what? If this is true, and this guy's in his old raggedy wool sweaters like he's been crawling in the trenches, begging for money all the time, don't you think that he would let up on a little bit of his assets to help out his own country? But no, some people are questioning his ability to act since he was an actor. What I don't like hearing is that he's got $35 million home in Florida, $1.2 billion in overseas bank accounts, 15 homes, 3 private planes, and $11 million a month. Now, I think an honorable president would dig down into his deep, deep pockets and help out his own country and limit some of those assets, but I'm not sure that that's what's happening. Please leave what you know about this down in the comments before, because this aggravates me. Like I said, I don't know the credibility of this information, but I have a hunch it's probably true. So in this article, it also says that President Duda, president of Poland, says in a quote to a news conference, firstly, literally within the next few days, we will hand over, as far as I remember, 4 aircraft to Ukraine in full working order, Duda told news conference. Then it says the rest are being prepared, serviced. So you guys can imagine what's gonna happen when NATO starts really plugging into this thing. And in fact, Germany was caught off guard by this. This is what it says. On Tuesday, the Polish Prime Minister Mateusz said that deliveries could be made in 4 to 6 weeks. Germany's government appeared to have been caught off guard by Duda's announcement. In quotes, so far, everyone has agreed that it's not the time to send fighter jets, German defense minister said to reporters. In quotes, I don't have confirmation from Poland yet that it has happened. And then Poland's ambassador told to Canada's Power and Politics host, David Crocane, that Poland is hoping other NATO countries will decide to follow Poland's lead and send jets. Now, before we get to what China is trying to secretly send over to Russia, Some people have been saying in the comments that some of this big war strategy type stuff, all of these train derailments, all of these crazy things that get people's attention are sometimes done on purpose to take your attention off other things. Maybe the collapse of our banking system. I don't exactly know what could be being masked, but it is a high potential that something's being masked. And I could see a corrupt type of leadership at wit's end when there's no more bailouts possible to go ahead and engage in a war. Because at that point, you can't complain about the little stuff. And further down in this article, it says Canada is sending 4 more tanks to Ukraine. It also says war tanks on the way. Ukraine's defense minister sets his sights on fighter jets. Also, Zelensky says jets needed from allies to give Ukraine wings for freedom. And it says F-16s will eventually be sent to Ukraine, former U.S. Joint Chiefs of Staff chair says. I'm telling you right now, and I know Canadian Prepper gives great reports on kind of what's going on every single day. I don't necessarily like taking his type of approach, but with these articles, it is definitely heating up. Subscriber Jack writes in and sends me this article from Politico. Hunting rifles, really? China ships assault weapons and body armor to Russia. It says customs data obtained by Politico reveals direct shipments of Chinese assault rifles as well as drone equipment and body armor routed via Turkey and the UAE. You're not going to believe this. China is actually trying to get away with saying they're sending civilian hunting rifles. But you think that old China's really trying to send over a bunch of boxes of hunting rifles for hunting deer or such? Let's see what they have to say. Chinese companies, including one connected to the government in Beijing, have sent Russian entities 1,000 assault rifles and other equipment that could be used for military purposes, including drone parts and body armor, according to trade and customs data obtained by Politico. Well, the article's pretty long, and I'll leave a link to these articles down in the description below. But it also goes over a part here where it says that Russia did secure a shipment of like $11 million in body armor and drone parts here at the end of last year in December. And most of it was Turkish made. But the interesting thing is that China did get caught in their little move on shipping a bunch of stuff over there and saying it was hunting related civilian products like hunting rifles. What type of civilian hunter needs body armor and high-tech drones and drone batteries? Not so fast, China, the big hunting supplier of Russia. We know what type of hunt that they're supporting. But the big thing here is that this is amping up. And you guys got to keep your eyes wide open because it is escalating. Does it mean something's going to pop off soon? We never know. But we got train derailments, toxicity going in the air, poisoning things. With that, all kinds of train derailments daily. It's almost like it's train derailment season. And then just recently, we just went into bank collapse season. Yeah. Now, as ridiculous as it is, and we have to deal with all that, the one that we don't want to deal with is a war. It's because most of us believe if something big popped off, it will affect everyone on this globe. And I sure in the heck hope that we do not see that day. But we have to notice and be aware that things are amping up in that department. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to keep you guys updated on that possible conflict that some of these moves might be persuading. Another status alert warning that could affect us all. As I know more, I will keep you guys updated. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. We'll see you guys on the next one.